Welcome back to Simon Says Garage, where we try to take steps backwards. No, we try not to take steps backwards, yet we seem to always do it. Don't really know how that happens. Yes, I do. It's because of me. Anywho's, on today's debauchery, we are trying to make a axle from 1937 to 41 bolt on the wheels from a 2019 Dodge. So that should be normal and easy and okay to do. Probably not, but we're gonna see how we come out. I don't really know yet. I kind of got her mocked up a little bit. I didn't get ahead of you guys. Trust me, I haven't done anything except for put it on jack stands and rebuilt the axle. You ain't missing nothing. I promise. We are where we are because of where we are, and that's where we are. I got the frame about level as I can get her level, is every which direction I've checked it, except for the front. Something's a little askew, which I'm not surprised at all. If you saw the video of me tearing it all apart back there in my manic state, it's what we do. It's what we do, people. And don't sweat it. We just move on. The issue we're having, I shouldn't say that. They're not issues yet. They are problems waiting to be solved. Let's go with that mantra. They're problems waiting to be solved. And the problem one, actually, there's like 6 problems all wrapped up into one that we gotta kind of have to solve together. All inclusively is like, fix this, then this, then this, and then it'll fix the big problem. Maybe. I need to get this axle centered. Not easy to do because everything is curved on it. I need to get it level. Not easy to do because everything is curved on it. And then I need to get it set at right height and with the right caster built into it. For those of you that don't know what caster is, it's basically the position of the axle and the suspension and your what you call it, your kingpin. You don't want this straight up and down. You want it tipped back 5 to 7 degrees, Google said. So we need to have it resting back 5 to 7 degrees-ish, all while attaching our wishbones. So we are about 4 degrees set back right now, and our wishbones are way too high. Like, that just doesn't look okay to me. Yes, I could make a mount here, I suppose, and make it all work, but I just don't know if I like the look of that. We could try pie cutting these. You can pie cut it and then bring them down, but getting them both to match, that might be a little tricky for me. If you haven't seen previous videos, me doing things that are symmetrical are very difficult, even though I crave it. Like, I need it to match. Still can't figure out how to make it work that way. Nonetheless, we got to figure something out. So I don't know what the first problem is we start of. Do we start with the wishbone situation? Do we start with getting it squared up and in position? I don't know, people. It's really inconvenient because every time you try and make a move somewhere, it's got a radius bottom, so it doesn't sit exactly where you want it to sit. You got to force it to sit where you need it to sit. So I think the first thing to do is we're gonna just strip everything back off of this axle. I know it's kind of going backwards, but not really, because they're all loose. They're not even torqued, people. I just put them on there so I could bolt the wheels on to get the height I needed to make sure everything was gonna work. Still not sure it's all gonna work, so we're just gonna move forward with what we got. So I think if I strip all the rotors off and get it down to less weight, and have less things flopping around on me. I know I need to be 17 inches off the ground. I know it's gonna be tricky to get it true because the floor does what the floor does. I don't know what else to do though. So, this is not fun for Simon's brain. No, it's not. No, it's just not fun for Simon's brain. It's dumb. Dumb is what it is. But we'll figure it out. I'd like to say we usually do, but sometimes we don't. I got the laser back out. Yes, I love lasers. So I'm not perfect at this, but we're pretty damn good. I put a reference for center on the front between there because I knew what that was. I put in a reference for center on the axle. Center as best as I could find it, measuring it across and a curve. You know, it's close. Came back here, put a reference on the lower cross member. There's an upper cross member and the axle, and it's at least touching the line right there. I'm not sure if this line's askew or maybe my laser's not sitting quite level, but golly, I love lasers. The marks are hard for you guys to see, but the lights off show up the laser easier for you to see. That's just the way it works around there. I'm catering to you at this point. I can see it all with the lights on, but the camera has a tough time picking it up. So I think that's about center. So we're gonna keep that locked there. Now we gotta make sure we're, you know, straight adjacent somehow. So I think we're gonna take reference measurements from where I've got it squared on the frame. I got lines marked out so I can use those for measurements to the axle, and we should be able to get her pretty damn close to being locked in. And then it's a matter of how do we freaking affix it to that so it doesn't move when I'm stumbling around the garage and tripping over things. Because I do that a lot. Did I forget to hit the time-lapse button when I was doing all my measuring? Yes, I sure did. But who's surprised by that? Certainly not me. But I have done every kind of possible measuring I can do by myself to make sure this axle is in position where it needs to be in position to be positioned. It's a lot of positions for a guy. Yep. Performance, anxiety, it's a thing. I've got caster built into it. I've got it squared to the rear axle. I've got it left to right trued up. I don't know that I can make it any better than what it is where it is right now. I think it's as good as it's gonna get. If it isn't, I don't know what else I should measure to check that it is. That's just put it that way. But it looks pretty good from every angle. I mean, I opened the door and I went outside and looked at it from a further distance away, and it all looks pretty doggone good. What now, you may ask? I ask that also because I don't know. What I think I'm gonna do, because I got clumsy feet, I'm gonna find a way that I can weld it to the frame so it is locked in this position until I'm ready for it to move, essentially. Because I know as soon as I try and put wishbones on here, jack stands are gonna move and have to move, and it's gonna be all out of whack again. So it's gonna be a big whack-a-doodle is what it's gonna be. The other thing I'm dealing with, I measured from there to the ground, 17 inches, just like it needs to be for the wheel. Yep, I know this, I know this. Same thing on this side, 17 inches to the ground. The problem I don't know how to address is if this floor slopes that way, which it tend to do with that frame, it's what do we do? It's gonna be 17 inches and it's gonna be sitting low on this side. I don't know how to address that. I don't know how to fix that problem. I don't know how to account for that problem. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Yeah, that's where we're at with that. Whoa, tripped over my damn camera. We have got the axle now. I think I can be able to, well, the jack stands don't matter. It's welded to the frame. It's perfect. Definitely got how do we square it up? How do we center it? How do we get it positioned correctly with the right caster? Fingers crossed. All taken care of now. That's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's move on. Until in the future Simon finds something I did wrong, we're gonna keep moving forward because what else do you do? This is my split wishbone. I've split this a few videos ago and it's just been kind of floating around until now. We need to see if we can make this work. As I said at the beginning of the video, I don't think that's gonna work. If we turn it over, get on there. I know you fit, you just came off of there. Well, now we're really too far the other way. Really way too far the other way. Again, we could pie cut it and bring it up. I think I want it right in this area, maybe. That's my thought. I don't know where the right position is. But we have options, people. Don't you fret yet. Don't you fret. Simon's got options. I picked this wishbone up months ago because it was on Marketplace and it was cheap. Notice, maybe you can't see, this isn't a good spot. Let's move. Oh my God. It's not real convenient in the garage now. Well, that was fine. This wishbone has a drop in it. Do you see that? Go rip. Maybe that's the ticket. As long as it all fits. I don't know if it's gonna fit. We're gonna split it and find out. If I split it and it doesn't fit, it don't matter. We'll save it for something else down the line. It's no big deal. I'm gonna save these down the line for something down the line. It's just what we do. Let me get these cut real quick. And we'll see how this looks on there and see if it's any better. I'm hopeful it's gonna be better, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet, but I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. So I think what we're gonna have to do, I could use either wishbone. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I just like the looks of these ones better. I don't know why. They just look aesthetically pleasing to me. But we're gonna have to pie cut them to get it down because it's just way too high on that end. Obviously, it's gonna be a compromise. I'm gonna guess you want these somewhat level, but it's just not gonna work with my frame. It's just, that's just where we are. With my frame and tire setup, I don't see how that works. So I feel like if I can get them both pie cut the same and identical-ish, the same length and mounted in the same spots, we'll probably be okay. That's my hope. That's my hope, people. Yeah, that's where we're at. It's definitely not sitting level now, so there's that. It's at 7 degrees caster. I mean, and we're way high on the front still already. So it's already going downhill. So we're just gonna make it work. Like everything else, we'll get it all kind of loosely put together and we'll cycle it up and down and see if it's gonna do what we need it to do. Otherwise, we'll go back to the drawing board and come up with something else. All right, experts, is this gonna work? I don't know either. I really don't know. We're gonna find out. I mean, that's all there is to it. I'm gonna get this other one pie cut to match. I'm gonna make them as best as I can without any issues, the very same. Hopefully, that's my hope. That's the goal. That's what we're gonna try for. So I know what my measurements were there. I know how much of a pie I put in there. It was a 1/4-inch pie, and look how much it went down. That's like, I mean, that's exactly what I wanted. So I'm good with that. I'm gonna do the same thing to this one. And we're gonna try and make sure that they're exactly the same, I know the bars aren't level. I think it's more important that they're not level, but that they are parallel with each other. So they're the exact same, mounted the same distance away from the axle on either side. So they rotate and flow up and down properly, I think is the important part that I need to make sure I'm taking note of. Hopefully that's what I'm supposed to be paying attention to. Remember, the axle is at wheel height, the frame is at right height, so this would be at its right height going down the road position. When we drop it to the ground, that axle is going to come up above the frame. Fingers crossed, that's the hope. It's going to be darn close. It might be to the very tip of the top of the frame. That's fine too, I'm okay with that. But yeah, that's how we're looking there. It's looking pretty darn good. I like it. I like the way that's got some character and some shape. I like the way it's all coming out. I just hope it's right. That's all there is to it. Yep, I just hope it's right. That's what we got to worry about now. Yeah, I thought to myself when I was making these measurements here that I should really write those down so I remember how far back I need to be to cut. I did not. I did not do that. No, I did not. It's fine though. I'm sure we can figure it out. I mean, that's like not measuring the same at all. I mean, like this is wider than that one. Why is that? That ain't supposed to be the case. That's not supposed to be why. That's supposed to be the same. Do you think it's because of 1940, whenever they built this, things may have been a little different? It's a possibility, definitely, Simon. It's definitely a possibility. I don't know why this isn't lining up. This is, because this is not lining up. This looks... Yeah, that's interesting. Here I am worried about I can't get everything the exact same with each other, and this is factory built and they're not the same. Ugh. How are we gonna pull this off? We're gonna do the best we can do. That's how, Simon. Just gotta go with it, people. What else can you do? All right, I'm gonna go knock that out. And then we'll see if we can't get these the same, the exact same, or close enough. All right, I'm hoping I got this cut the same. Woof, fire! We're gonna just heat her up, let her droop, and hopefully we get her identical-ish. There she goes. Oh, we went way farther, way farther. That's not good. That's not good. Why did that happen? Same measurements. What the hell? I don't understand. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. I think we're good there, actually. I must have been just a smidge wider on that one. But that's okay. We made her work, I think. I hope. It looks good. Using my tacked on in place axle as my jig at the same time. It's not necessarily probably the best idea, but it's an idea. Hoping nothing breaks the tacks and screws all that up for me, because that would be ideal. Look at that, people. They are the same. Oh, that should work. That should work. I'm going to get them tacked together, and then we'll figure out the rest of it, I suppose. I don't know what the rest of it is yet, but we'll figure it out as we go. I don't know how a guy gets it any better than this without a jig of some sort. I don't have a jig. Do you have a jig? Because I don't have a jig. We're just gonna make it work. So happy with how good that came out. I mean, it could be way off, and I just don't know it yet. But as of right now, I'm happy. Same, still the same. Super happy Simon. I didn't know how to get this as true as possible, so I got her as level as I can get her clamped to the side of this table. It's pretty damn close, and we're just gonna... Oh, that ain't working. I thought I should put a bolt in there, but maybe I shouldn't. We're just trying to make do with what we got. We'll just put her in. It's gonna not be perfect. I've already accepted that. But it's gonna be the best I can get it in this scenario, because I don't know any better. If you don't know, you don't know, people. Well, that didn't work. There's one bung in. Very interesting. Good stuff here, I tell ya, good stuff. I did go through and grind and bevel this so there's room for weld. Look at me. I also went and turned the welder down just a smidge because it seemed like it was cooking pretty hot. And we just didn't need that. Just didn't need that at all. Ow. We'll see what happens. It's only 4 tacks. Wouldn't be the first time I had to cut something apart, would it? No, it would not. It's been a busy couple days for your old boy Simon here. Yeah, it's been in and out of the garage, dealing with life stuff and trying to just sneak in work where I can. And we've been sneaking it in ever so efficiently, or not so efficiently. I'm never really sure how I'm doing on that front. But we got the wishbones, they're now on. They're all locating where they need to be. I kind of got it all measured out. They're all falling in about the same spot. They got the same degree of fall on them. God, I need to clean this garage up. I can hardly, everything's a freaking pathway through here, and it's actually annoying me. And well, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I'm used to a messy garage, but damn, it's getting bad. What was I saying? Yeah, so wishbones are split. They're pie cut. They're drooped. They're bolted on, and we're working on mounting them now to the frame. I had to go through and do some arts and crafts and play with some cardboard and all that jazz, you know, but we came up with a solution. Drilled some holes. I realized that my drill bit that I need is about shot. It really is about shot. Nowhere local or within a 20-minute radius of me has one on hand. I have to order it. So we're just making it work. I keep taking her to the grinder and just get a few more cuts out of it, and then on the grinder again, and just, we're to the point. I've only got to drill one more hole in my frame on that side, and boy, what I would give for a frickin' Mag drill. Yeah. I almost went to Harbor Freight and bought myself a mag drill because, woo, glad I ain't doing a whole bunch of them holes. They weren't fun. You might be asking, why did you drill a hole in your frame? Oh yeah, that's right. You guys haven't seen this yet because, well, I've been working on it and just time-lapsing it because I haven't had time to get things settled out here. This is going to be our outside bracket tab. We're doing double shear, so if the bolt breaks, it's still hooked into something. It's just the way it works. Mathematics and science and magic and stuff. The real problem I was struggling with is getting it spaced, getting my, oh boy, I'm not explaining this very well. I don't even know why this wishbone's even in here anymore. I'm not even using it. That thing should be outside in the old parts pile. So here's my heim joint. The bolt's gonna go through here, through a nut, and then to be able to recess the bolt into my frame so I'll be able to make sure I get full engagement on the threads on the nut. And then this will get bent to the frame and then it'll get boxed and everything else. The problem is, there ain't a whole lot of room for movement in there. She's pretty well pinched tight. You don't want that. You need room for it to flex and move and do the things that it's probably gonna do. Now, as luck would have it, on a previous something or other, I had a misalignment spacer. This goes against the heim joint, spaces it away from some stuff, and makes it all work for you. That is awesome, except it's the only one I've got. I only have the one. I've stripped this garage and searched everywhere I could think I could have put it. Could not find another one. If I do have another one, sure as hell, I'll find it the second this is done. It's just the way the law of the world works. So I went as far as to make one. I went and cut up some square stock, some flat bar, and I made one, drilled another hole, shaped it up a little bit so I know I'd have clearance where I needed it. Nobody's gonna see it, so it's okay that it looks like a goofy shape. It's gonna be in a bracket. Nobody's gonna see it, I promise you. It was more about purpose and function and clearance than it was about how it looked. And then, just randomly, I found a spacer. I had 4 of them actually. They're even on bolts. I don't know what they're for. I don't know why I have them. They're in a bag still, unopened. I don't know where they came from. I'm sure as soon as I remember, though, it's going to be too late because, well, I already went and cut the spacer up. It's a thick spacer. It's the right size hole. It's still warm because I just cut it. But yeah, so now I've got 2 spacers that are the same width or thickness as this offset heim joint spacer thing. So that fixes that problem. Now it's just a matter of putting it all together. So it'll be the bracket, the spacer, and I'll probably weld that on there through the hole into the nut. And then we should be able to go just like that. I could probably even cut that spacer down some more because look how much space we got in there now. Or I just leave it. Maybe I just leave it. The more, the better. So that's essentially what we're gonna have. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if I should do it this way. It's just what we're gonna do. And then once that's all in and located and secured, we will bend this guy over to the frame, box it all in, and she'll be done. Done, skis, checked off the box. Hell yeah. If future Simon finds a problem with it, well, that guy's just gonna have to sort it out. And he needs to get better at his problem solving anyways, so I'm helping him. Let's look at it that way. We're helping future Simon with his problem solving skills. I just realized that I forgot my glasses this morning. That's probably fine. Fix the wire that I burned off. Forget to turn the gas on. It's starting off with a bang this morning. So now we gotta grind all that out of there. So that's perfect. This is really low to the ground. I'm not sure how well I'm gonna be able to weld that. But we're gonna give her the old Simon Says Garage try. Not too shabby. If you want to know what it looks like when you weld without gas, without fluxed wire, yeah, look at that good garbage. Urgh. That sucks, but we'll get her ground off and redo it. It's not the end of the world. It's just frustrating. I'm probably gonna put a couple tacks on the spacer here. Then we'll take it all apart and we'll just weld her up. I don't know what else to do from this point on. But I wanted the spacer located before I put any weld on it, I think. Technically, I guess I don't even need the spacer. Wait, I don't need to weld the spacer. I just feel like for assembly, it's gonna be a lot easier if I don't have to hold it. And then I think we'll put a washer in there when we do the final weld, because it'll shrink otherwise, and then I won't be able to get that heim joint back in there, and that's gonna be miserable. So we'll probably put a washer in there to space her out before we weld all this together. As of right now, current Simon can't see any reasons this isn't gonna work, so we're just gonna go for it. Yeah, I gotta literally have everything I need for the job right here, whether I'm done with it or not for the day. It's gotta be right here so I can trip over it, and cords laying everywhere. I really should get some drop down cords. Why haven't I thought of that before? That's definitely gonna happen, I think. Genius. Anywho's, it's not what we're talking about. It looks pretty good and like we're all symmetrical as best as I can tell, or it's not and I can't tell. It's so hard to tell. I mean, nothing is straight. Like the axle's curved, the link bars are curved, everything's curved. So the axle may not be sitting completely level. As much as I tried to make sure it was level, it may not be sitting level to begin with. I've crisscross measured it and she's off a little bit, but there has to be a little give and take in that too, because I'm doing it by myself and I don't have anybody to hold the other end of the tape measure. So the slack in the tape and position of the thing, and it's a whole thing. But we're gonna keep moving forward. What I have done is I've checked to make sure these wishbones, they don't have to be level and parallel to the ground. They don't, from what I've read. The biggest thing you want is your caster set on your axle, which I'm at 7 degrees, 6.8, somewhere right in there. And your pivot points the same, and the angles the same, so they're parallel with each other, not the earth. And by golly, we're right there. I put my angle finder on this one, bolted it tight, so that's its position it's gonna be, 9.7. Simulated bolted this one before I went and welded that nut on. Yeah, I'm learning I don't like cutting things off after I weld it on, so we test fit. Got her clamped up and located, and we're at 9.8. 0.1 degree difference. Am I gonna worry about that? Absolutely not, because there is a high chance something else is way out of whack and I just don't know it yet. And future Simon, well, he's pretty good about finding those parts. So before I even loosen that clamp up, we're gonna do a little bzz, bzz on that nut so that's locked in its location, and just keep moving forward. We're making some progress here, boys. We're making some progress, and she's looking fancy. I'm really liking it. I'm really, really liking it. God, I hope it works. All right, so while that side's cooling off after all the welding and everything we had going on over there, we're back to this side. I've marked a line here. I'm hoping I can centralize the heat right up and down that line and bend this guy right to the frame. If this doesn't work, we'll have to make up some kind of blocking or jig or something and make sure this is the only part that moves. I'm pretty sure it will. It's pretty solid otherwise, so I don't think it's gonna move back here. I just want it to move right there. Get my camera cord out of the way here. I got cords and hoses and everything tangled and all tied together right now. I guess we just deal with it and complain. I don't know what other option there is. I probably should put some gloves on. That would be smart. I was wondering if I needed to get a clamp to push this together, but I think if I get it hot enough, we're gonna be okay. Bring her to just before liquid, and she's not moving. Oh, not moving enough for me. We need a clamp. Damn it, Simon. You would have thought I would have had this here just in case. No. Take two. The good thing is now I gotta shut the torch off and reset everything because I dropped it. It feels so clumsy. This is why I didn't want to use the clamp, because I knew it would want to be falling off like this. We're getting there though. A little more, just a little more. Completely missed. I don't even know why I try and tack without a helmet. Beautiful. Well, it wasn't pretty, but I got some weld in there. Well, we took a little break. I mowed the grass even. Yeah, I still do household stuff. I ain't got nobody to do that for me either. So this guy right here walks in the mower. That's why I've warmed up and I'm not wearing a hoodie anymore. It's a t-shirt weather now. It's even a Simon Says Garage Dilly Gaff shirt. Anywho's, so I got those both knocked out now. Now we're gonna cap them. We're gonna make a plate that goes over here. I'll probably leave the bottom open. Specifically, I don't want it to collect water or dirt or any other garbage in there. I want it to be able to just fall out pretty easily. I think honestly I could leave these like this because it is 1/4 inch. It's pretty stout. It took a lot to move. But if I add the cap on the top and box it in, it'll give it just that much more strength, that much more security. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we gotta figure out the rest of it. Have I even talked about how I'm gonna do the suspension on this thing yet, or have I just done wishbones? I guess you guys will have to stay tuned for that because I don't know if I've talked about that. So I think the simplest way to do this, for me, maybe not for you, but for me this is gonna be the simplest way to do this. We're gonna just take some Sody Pop cardboard. It's Monster. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't drink it, but I do. We're just gonna mark it out. We're just gonna take our dirty hammer, scrub it on the line, and it'll give us a nice edge here, I think. Oh yeah. If I can do it without moving everything. This may not picking up on the camera, but it's definitely there. Let's cut that puppy out of there and trim it to fit how we want it to be. Yes, I definitely like that. I definitely like that. Why are we moving here? Stop doing that. Something like that. I want it open on the top by the heim joint because I want to be able to allow that heim joint to move as far as it possibly can. With zero issues of running into anything. Maybe it'll never get this high. I don't know. I don't know, people. We won't have to worry about it if it does. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. That is definitely the ticket. I got a high spot. Yep, going for it. Well, boys and girls, I think that's a wrap on the Wishbones. Yeah, we split them, we pie cut them, we mounted them. Look how pretty that turned out. I didn't need to grind it and smooth it out, but I wanted to because I thought it looked cool. But they're done. They're done. The mounts are done. That doesn't mean that we're done, though. We got a long ways to go. I should probably take a few seconds now and take some time and go and clean this disaster up. I'm like tiptoeing trying to get through my damn garage, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Nope, I am not. We are not going to sacrifice that time for that yet. We need to make sure this thing's a roller soon. Like, I need it to be a roller soon. So next we're going to move on to the airbags and the panhard. I'm pretty sure, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure we're going to want a panhard, because I'm sure if I cut these tacks and cycle this up and down, it's going to want to shift side to side. So we're just going to leave her alone right where she sits. Yep, we're not going to touch nothing. It should work. I don't know why it wouldn't work. It's probably going to work. Let's hope it works. Otherwise we'll be cutting it all off, because I actually finish welded all that, and I probably shouldn't have now that I'm looking back at it. Yeah, that's going to really suck to cut those off. That's probably why they look so nice, because I have to cut them off again. Simon, why do you keep doing this? Until then, though, we're going to push forward. So next on the list, airbag mounts and panhard for the front, because I'm pretty sure I need a panhard up here. Pretty sure. Yep, I am. Needs to locate center up and down. With that, though, once we get that done and we cycle everything and make sure everything works the way it's supposed to, and we don't have any issues, it'll be time to strip this puppy to the bare frame and weld, some more welding, probably some more welding after that, and then weld after that, and then some more welding. But after that, we'll do some more welding. And then when we're done with that welding, well, we'll probably have to do some more welding. And then after that, frame, meet your body in an arranged connection, marriage, togetherness, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you saw that you thought maybe I could have done a little bit better, because I'm always trying to learn. It's too late for this operation, because here we are. Or maybe I'll figure it out before I even read your comment. I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out. Don't forget to hit that like, and as always, please subscribe. Until we see you next time, thanks for watching.